which isn't really a console, but
well,
we'll move on.
You can play on it. Yeah. What about you guys? Do you play Xbox as well? Or?
PS4.
PS4.
Yeah.
I quite like the PC because I've got quite cheap games, and I quite like the keyboard. I think it's much better to use than
I was playing Zumba last night and doing a bit of that. Yeah, it's brilliant.
I like the dance mat more.
It's just really interactive, isn't it? So yeah.
SNES had Mario Kart, which was the best game
Mario Kart is
ever, because the two-player game is the same as the one-player game, as in the layout.
There's no difference.
So you can practice on your own and then compete.
And then ruin your friends at it. Exactly.
Yeah, Mario Kart is the best.
Hello there and welcome to Level Up, your one-stop shop for all things gaming, computing and everything in between. I am your host Antonio and with me today I have...
Hello, I'm Carl. So, save at the checkpoint, set down the controller and switch off your console because now we're going to have a sneak preview of what's coming up this week.
If I could now, but you started something good. Wow, I'll go grind for a little bit of what we found. Was it like that style and I wanna turn it up right now? Let me go.
But before we get on to any of that, let's take a look at the hottest gaming news hitting the scene this week.
So, Fortnite has been taking the gaming world by storm as of late, and the plans for cross-playing between different consoles sparked even more excitement. However, it's recently emerged that PlayStation 4 owners won't be able to play it against Xbox One gamers.
Indeed, you are correct. Epic Games this week have revealed that Xbox One players will be able to play Fortnite with PC, Mac, and mobile, but unfortunately not PS4. Similarly, PS4 players will not be able to play against Xbox One players. So is Sony really for the players?
Well, while opening the PS4 up to playing against PC, Mac and even mobile players is a good first step. Hopefully one day the barriers between console crossplay between Microsoft and Sony will collapse once and for all.
Following a flop of their last hardware release, bankruptcy and being used to market online gambling, it's fair to say that Atari have had a rough couple of decades. But that could all change with the company's new crowdsourced console, the Atari VCS.
So, while details are still scarce, the Atari VCS represents Atari's hopeful comeback to the console world, promising both access to original Atari games and new experiences, pairing the old and the new, guaranteeing endless nostalgia for players old and young. So, what do we know so far?
So basically, the idea of the console is that it will play old original games, as well as brand new modern ones, appealing to fans of both old and new. The console itself is estimated to be around £250 to £300, so if you want to afford that, you better start saving soon, because that's a huge chunk of change.
Yeah, it really is. Atari are targeting to release the console in spring this year, so luckily we don't have to wait long until it hits our shelves. As for more in-depth details about the Atari VCS will feature, we'll just have to wait and see.
Exactly. Be sure to make sure that you keep an eye on our Twitter at LevelUpTV for updates about the new Atari console, as well as other gaming news.
Yes, and the final stop on this week's hot gaming news is guaranteed to strike nostalgia into everyone's heart. That's right, it's my personal favourite, Spyro. Everyone's favourite purple dragon is back and better than ever.
After the huge success of Crash Bandicoot Insane Trilogy, Activision is back, bringing back, the classic PlayStation-era character in remastered form. It's planned to release on the 21st September and it will cost you £35, which is a small price to pay for some amazing childhood nostalgia, and I can't wait.
It's exactly, yes. Now, let's take a quick look at some comparison shots from the original PS1 version and the remastered version for current generation. And see how much it's changed.
Roll VT.
Bring him on!
Looking good. Now, onto the part of the show where we discuss and review some of the latest games that have been released recently.
And this week I'll be getting the ball rolling with Spyro and Far Cry 5.
Which first do you pick?
Spyro, obviously.
Okay, take the lead. Are you looking forward to it?
So yes, big fan of Spyro, big fan of the original PlayStation 1 versions. Excited for this.
I was a Crash Bandicoot boy, I'm afraid.
Really?
I got into Spyro because of Crash Bandicoot, though.
Okay.
So if you don't know, basically, the old developers of Crash and Spyro, Insomniac and Naughty Dog, they were next to each other in the studio, so they were working side by side.
Of course.
And as like a little nod to each other, they put a demo of each other's games in each other's games. It's pretty damn cool. You can do it with a code.
Nice.
I'd recommend it if you still have the old games.
Yeah.
Cool little thing.
Nice companionship between rival companies.
Very rare nowadays.
Exactly.
But yeah, Spyro, I'm really looking forward to it.
But Far Cry 5, have you played it?
I have beaten it to 100% completion.
Wow.
It's good. It's good. Do not get me wrong. It is good. It is good. I'm a big Far Cry fan, all the way back from Far Cry 1. Have you played Far Cry 5 yet?
Yes, I'm slowly getting through it.
Okay, take the lead then. What do you think?
So far, I'm thoroughly enjoying it.
Okay.
It has been scaled back. So for me, Far Cry was a big character game. You know? You have the antagonist, lovable but hateable, and the protagonist, very fish out of water-esque.
Damn right.
This game is missing that fish out of water protagonist.
Because you are a cop pretty much. You're like I think you're like a rookie.
Voiceless cop.
Yeah, so you can be a man or a woman. Great. I do love that. I like being a woman in games if I can, because you know I'm a man. I like to be a woman sometimes. Don't read into that. But unfortunately, they did not give her a voice, and that loses a lot of character depth.
Yes.
And speaking of depth, in my opinion, the main villain, Joseph Seed, does not have any depth at all.
Compared to recent ones like Farce.
And Pagan Min as well, by the amazing Troy Baker, who I've met personally. Love you, mate. And the reason they did so well, though, is because they had a background to them, and also they showed their might. Sure, Joseph can stab a few people if he wants to, but he has no reason to do it.
He didn't understand why or what he was doing.
Exactly. Exactly, and the gameplay's perfectly fine, don't get me wrong, it is Far Cry. Far Cry is the same as it's always been. In fact, in some ways it's better, but in some ways they're not. For example, the takedown system, in my opinion, has been really, really boggled down. So a takedown, you do a little move if someone doesn't see you, and you can upgrade that over time. But unfortunately, they've given it all to you at the start, and they don't give you a tutorial either.
Yeah, there's no like slow progression.
No, not at all. So basically, you could do no perks at all and get through the game perfectly fine, in my opinion. The perks are just salad dressing.
Yeah.
In my opinion.
Completely optional.
It looks great, don't get me wrong, and it plays the same.
The gameplay, you know, it's Far Cry. You know what you're getting out of it.
Exactly. So, to summarise, Spyro, coming soon, looks good. Far Cry, give it a shot, but in my opinion, if you want a good Far Cry, start with 3.
Yes.
Anyway, with the reviews out of the way, let's look at what the general public of Bournemouth are saying about their favourite gaming consoles, and we'll give our opinions on afterwards.
I'm here today to find out from the people of Bournemouth University which gaming console is the best. All right, now let's have a look. Oh yeah, so what is your favourite gaming console?
Oh, it's got to be the Wii, doesn't it?
My favourite's probably the Nintendo Switch, because it's just really
people say cool.
Do a
Take
lot
it anywhere,
with it.
switch it up.
I'd say Xbox probably.
It's got to be the Wii.
Wait, why did that?
Well, it'd be the SNES. I did love the N64, I did love the Sega Saturn.
Your Wii, because like I just like Mario.
My favourite game console is PC, which is not really a console, but
well,
we'll move on.
You can play on it. Yeah. What about you guys? Do you play Xbox as well? Or?
PS4.
PS4.
I quite like the PC because they've got quite cheap games, and I quite like the keyboard. I think it's much better to use than
I was playing Zumba last night and doing a bit of that. Yeah, it's brilliant.
I like the dance mats more.
It's just really interactive, isn't it? So yeah.
SNES had Mario Kart, which was the best game
Mario Kart
ever, because the 2-player game is the same as the 1-player game, as in the layout.
There's no difference.
So you can practice on your own and then compete.
And then ruin your friends at it. Exactly.
Yeah, Mario Kart is the best ever.
Yeah, all about the Wii Sports.
Yeah.
The tennis. Yeah, it's a classic. Absolute finesse on that one.
Finesse.
Good answer.
Hardly finesse.
Wii, you can get everybody involved.
Yeah, definitely. All right. Well, good answer. Yeah, I'll take that.
Cheers.
Thank you very much.
A lot of love there for a lot of different consoles. Where do you even start? A lot of love, I'd say, for Nintendo.
Yes, Nintendo does seem to be the most popular franchise at the moment.
A lot of Wii owners out there, but there are a lot. There's over 100 million Wiis out there that have been sold. And, happiest of all for me, some love for the Switch.
Yes.
Some love for the Switch, because I thought I was a fool buying that day one. I thought I was because there was Zelda and...
Zelda, yeah.
So, and also some good love for Mario Kart there. Very happy to hear that. I love my Mario Kart 8.
Overall, Nintendo, big family games, you know, they seem to be the most popular ones.
Some love for the PC then, which is a very niche market, so I'm happy to hear that.
Yes. Maybe because of the PC Master Race image, not many people get kind of put off.
The question is, how big is your Steam library?
20 games currently.
20. Over 600 games at this point now. And yes, I have played most of them.
Where do you get time to play them?
That's the issue. A lot of them do get wasted and never will be played, probably in my life.
Short and sweet.
Some love there for the PlayStation. Yes. And I'm guessing they were fans as a kid and then grew up with Sony. So
like myself.
PS1, 2, 3, 4. And a mention of the Xbox. A mention of the Xbox. Singular. Come on, people. Halo.
Going
Sea of Things recently.
Okay,
let's be fair there, Nintendo, in my opinion, has probably got the best console out there right now.
I can see them overtaking very soon, both Xbox and Sony.
I think so. I mean, the Nintendo Switch outsold the Wii U in less than a year.
Yeah.
And that's the Wii U, period. But that's no love for the Wii U at all, but I think that makes sense.
It was a failed console.
It was a failed console.
Yes.
No love for handhelds there, at least that I could hear.
Yes.
That surprised me, because so many people I knew used to have a DS.
Maybe because of mobile phones, they've kind of replaced the need for handheld games.
That does make a lot of sense.
You've got such a library on your phones.
That does make a lot of sense, and quite a few old games did get ported too there.
Exactly.
So yeah, a lot of Nintendo love there, and some PC love as well.
Yes.
That's good to hear.
Nice to see. So, and with the Xbox One X and the PlayStation Pro having both been released around 6 months now, so, Antonio, let's begin with the Xbox One X. What's the difference between this console and the last Xbox?
Well, Carl, the Xbox One S and the X both support USB Type-3 and support for Dolby 5.1 surround sound audio. But we take a look here at Gears of War. You can see that the Xbox One X visually is a lot better, especially when it comes to dynamic lighting. And if we see the comparison here, Xbox One S on the left, Xbox One X on the right, you can really tell the difference.
Yes,
and
you really can.
Even to a non-gamer, I think you could show that and be like, yeah, that's, you know...
The sun rays stand out.
Damn right. If you want to buy this console, it's going to cost you roughly £190 for the 1TB model, that's the S, and with the X, it'll cost you roughly £400, man. But there is a big difference in graphics.
Really is, yes.
And price as well.
Yes, exactly right.
So, what about the PlayStation 4 and the PlayStation 4 Pro? What is there a difference between the graphics, or is it just a name?
Essentially, there is a difference, yes. The PS4 Pro does enable 3D graphics in games and is twice as powerful as the PS4. Sony have claimed that the PS4 Pro can run at 4.2 teraflops compared to the original 1.84 teraflops from the PS4.
So what do you mean by teraflops exactly, Carl? To anyone out there who doesn't know what that means, which is me.
Well, essentially, teraflops is a simple measure of computer performance, such as a horsepower in a car. Okay. Now, with the PS4 Pro, also able to play under 4K graphics, with price ranging at the moment, the 2016 model is around £200.
Okay.
And the new PS4 Pro with the beautiful God of War is £380, which is being released on April the 20th.
Have you played God of War or seen anything about it?
It looks beautiful. So, I cannot wait to get my hands on it.
So I've got a review copy, and I will just say this, it is absolutely beautiful. I own a PlayStation 4 Pro, so I can take full advantage of it. I do have a lovely 4K TV. Yes. Trust me, it is stunning. Yes. And the story's pretty good as well.
I'm excited, because it used to be a simple hack and slash, but it's more up close personal now.
They've really taken inspiration, in my opinion, from The Last of Us.
Yeah, it really looks like The Last of Us with what they are doing with this. The whole father and son type with Ellie and Joel.
Exactly, when Last of Us was indeed great. But anyway, that unfortunately is going to be us for today. And that does mark the end of this week's show.
So, we'll see you next week for an update all things